So mic is on, camera is rolling. Sorry the short delay. I need to figure out some stuff on the computer. Hold on a second. Alright. Good afternoon, everyone. Hi to the third live stream, Q&A live stream on my channel. I hope you are all good and ready for the holidays, Christmas holidays. Alright, let me just switch the scene for the live chat so you can see all the questions, and I welcome all of the current viewers. Thanks for being here again. Alright, let's start. Sorry, I got a new computer and I tried to figure out all of the new stuff. Had to set up the new MacBook Pro and all the mess that's around here. Alright, so let's start with the questions. Starting with Martini 45. What's your favorite film? That's a difficult question. Can I do a cop out and do my favorite film, two films maybe, of this year or at least the last 12 months? And that would be Logan and Deadpool, I think. Yeah, those were my favorites, at least in the last couple of months. Karen Wang. I always have to think of the I Am Bo Yo song. I have no idea which song that is, but it sounds funny. Daniel, Merry Christmas, Bo, Salam dari Indonesia. Merry Christmas to you too. But do you celebrate Christmas in Indonesia? Probably not. You just, or do you? I'm not sure. Kevin, hey Kevin. I hope you're doing well. Hey Bo, have you thought about longer, more in-depth reviews for bags? I have thought about it. You mean like kind of like Chase Reeves does it. If you don't know, Chase Reeves is another bag reviewer, and all his reviews are around 25 minutes long. While I really enjoy watching all of his reviews, for me it's kind of too long, and I'm not really sure if there's so much that I actually can say about the bag over such a long time, so over 25 minutes. And I have the feeling that Chase is a really good entertainer, and he can like speak right on the fly whatever he's thinking about. And as you can see right now, I'm always struggling a little bit to speak freely, which is actually why I started live streaming, to practice this. And yeah, that's basically the reason why I'm also struggling to do like this longer format reviews. Because most of the times you don't have that much to say about the bag, at least after a couple of videos. Bag usually is a bag, and there are a couple of different features, but not enough different features that actually grant like a really long video. And second, I'm just not that fluent to speak right from the top of my head about a bag or a topic to actually fill 20 minutes of a video. Encio, hey Bo, do you have any recommendations for bicycling pannier backpack commerce? I have no idea what a pannier is. Are those saddlebags that you put in the back of your bicycle, left and right? If so, I haven't tested those yet. But yeah, could you please tell me what a panier is? Because I don't have no idea. Kasi Valdez Laura, you're welcome. Yeah, thank you very much again. I think you're referring to that you're here and watching the live stream. 13th visual. Any updates on how you feel about the Gorog bag? I still really like the Gorog bag, especially because that was the bag that started the channel. So there's a lot of emotional value in that bag. And it is still a very good bag, considering that it is very durable, very well thought out. I still like the clamshell opening. I still like the mesh pockets in the lid, which are really good, and not many companies actually have adopted those mesh pockets in the lid. There are a couple, but not too many that actually do that. But the price is a concern, especially if you don't live in the US, because you have to pay all the custom fees and all the shipping fees. And I really wish that Gorog had some how you call it, some deals with companies like in Europe or in Asia, so people could just order from there instead of like having those high shipping fees and those high custom fees. And yeah, the bag is expensive, but I think it is worth it if you consider that it could be your one and only bag until you basically die. Javid Hakimia, can you please make a meet and greet next year? I would love to if there were enough people in Germany. As far as I can tell, and from the comments that I have seen, I know of maybe 10 or maybe 20 people in Germany, scattered around whole Germany. So most of the viewers are either in Asia or in the US. And maybe I can do a meet and greet in the US, and maybe as well in Germany if there are enough people, of course. What things do you enjoy editing for a living? By, sorry, I butcher your name again, C Valdez Laura. I really enjoy, if it's about commercials, then I really enjoy editing commercials that have are storytelling and have a comedic side to it. Unfortunately, in the ad world in Germany, there aren't that many storytelling commercials. So second to that, I enjoy like yeah, the fashion films that I did were also really enjoyable to edit, because it was a lot of footage, and like usually there's some cool music and you can edit to that. So those two are probably the ones that I enjoy the most. Owen Richardson, what's your favorite designer bag? Do you mean like fashion designer style, or do you mean like those high level business bags like Tumi, or do you mean like Louis Vuitton and stuff like that, those fashion designers, or do you mean like those business suit kind of bags? Because I haven't tested either of those. I have tested those two designer bags. What was the brand? Karl Friedrichs, and the other bag was from with M. Moti? No. Bottom line, I haven't tested that many designer bags, so I'm not really sure if I can have a favorite, because I haven't tested that many. Klaas Magnusson, any thoughts on hard cases like Pelican? I have a Pelican case, not a good one. I like them, but I actually wouldn't recommend them because they actually draw too much attention to the bag by itself. Of course, they provide lots of protection for all of your expensive gear, but on the other side, everyone will know that there's a big expensive camera in there, or at least something that is worth protecting. So the chances are very high that A, someone might steal it, or B, if you're going through a security check at the airport, they will ask you, are you here for business? Or they want to take everything apart and look into it because there might be some batteries, there might be some explosive or whatever. So I rather go the route of having like a normal backpack and putting all my equipment into pouches or protective pouches and put them into that bag. Obviously, if you have like a Red camera or a ARRI mini camera, that might be a different story, but if you're just traveling with a DSLR, for instance, and some lenses, then I wouldn't go with the Pelican case. Yeah, just because you draw too much attention to yourself, unfortunately. Other than that, they are pretty cool. I'm actually testing a Pelican backpack pretty soon. Karen, have you seen Dark, the Netflix show yet? No, I haven't. It's on my watch list and I've heard mixed reviews about that. As that is a show from Germany, I'm really excited to see if I usually don't like German production films or series because I always have like the feeling that I can see that they are acting. And in a couple of reviews, many people said exactly that thing, but other people said that the story is really, really good. So I want to watch it and it is on my watch list. Keegan. Hi Keegan. Hi from Zimbabwe, from Keegan. I hope you're doing well, Keegan. Keegan is also a very long time subscriber, so I'm really glad that you're also here in the live chat. Again from Javed, what's your favorite 80s Christmas movie? Home Alone. Definitely Home Alone. Or what was the movie with Tom Hanks where he had those crazy neighbors and at the end of the movie the whole house explodes and the crazy neighbors are actually killing everyone, and in the cellar they have like this big oven or something. That's also really good, although I'm not really sure if that was actually a Christmas movie, but I think the whole movie was around Christmas time, so that would be my second Christmas movie. Translate, have you heard of the Psycho SKX 007? Yes, I heard about that and I really like the watch. And I would love to have that in my collection, but at the time when I bought my very first automatic watch, which was the Seiko Nano Monster, the SKX 007 had like this huge spike in prices and I wasn't able to buy that one. Furthermore, I really don't like this rounded on the bezel that you can turn. The notches are a little bit rounded, and I find that look not to be that flattering. I wish they were a little bit more a little bit more spiky and have a little bit more grip. But other than that, I would really love to have that watch in my collection. Box of Mystery. Hi, love your vids. Thank you very much. The Walrus 76. Any chance you could do a review of the Air Flight Pack? I would love to review that one, but I feel like I have already reviewed the Fit Pack, the Gym Duffel and the Travel Pack, and all of those backpacks from Air I really love, and I feel like I need to do a review on another bag or another bag company. So it would be fair instead of like having like 4 different reviews on just one bag company. But what I can say is that having reviewed that many air backpacks, I would assume that the flight pack is also very good. And I think Chase Reeves also did a review on that. Yeah, I can highly recommend his channel actually. His videos are much longer than my videos are, but also are more in depth about all the bags. Yeah, Yashovardan Sorab, I hope that was correct. Would you ever travel to India? Yes, I would. It's on my wish list. But there are so many countries that are on my wish list, and I hope I can do it sometime in the future. Res, hi Res. Nasim, sorry if I just run through all the chat, but the last time I was taking so much time on all of the question that we had like a live stream that was about 2 hours or something. Nasim Ludi also says hi. Hi to you again. Kevin, any updates on giveaway you put in the survey out? Maybe give away the rake. Yes, there are some updates. No good updates yet, to be honest. I found out that I can't do a giveaway where the winner pays for the shipping fee, unfortunately. That is not allowed by YouTube. Furthermore, I'm not allowed because that would be considered a paid giveaway, that's why I can't do it. And secondly, I can't do a giveaway like subscribe to my channel and then I will do the giveaway. Which is basically why most of the giveaways, or at least all of the giveaways that I've seen, always say, okay, subscribe to all my social media, but don't subscribe. They never say like subscribe to the channel. They always say subscribe to Twitter, Instagram, whatever, because YouTube guidelines don't allow a giveaway to be A, paid, and B, I'm not sure if that's the right word, self-promotional. And that actually puts me back to square one in terms of costs. As I said in all my previous Q&As, at the moment at least, I can't do a giveaway because shipping costs are so high. For instance, shipping a bag to the US would cost, I think it was 55 euros. And then you have to consider, since that package or that shipment would be considered a private shipment, you will the package will get stuck at customs, and that can take another 2 to 4 weeks until they cleared that package and you can actually pick it up. That's actually for the US, and I have no idea how it is with other countries. I think in Asia it would be a little bit more easier with customs, but the shipping fees are actually even more expensive. Yeah, and that actually puts me back to square one, where I don't really know how to do a giveaway without having to spend too much money. But as soon as I hit a certain number of subscribers and the money from YouTube finally covers all the production costs and also covers some extra fees, like for instance doing the shipping of a giveaway, then I will certainly do a giveaway. And maybe I will start, that's of course a little bit unfair to everyone else in the world, but maybe I could start with a giveaway just in Europe or something. I'm not sure how the shipping fees are in Europe, but definitely not like 50 euros and up. So that's unfortunately the bad news about giveaways. But hopefully, I mean, right now we are at 31,000 subscribers. So maybe if I hit 50,000 subscribers, then a little bit more monetization money will come in. By the way, if anyone has a little bit idea about YouTube, I'm wondering, lately my subscriber count is fluctuating around 20 subscribers each day, while I can see others like with less subscribers like hitting like 100 subscribers each day. I have no idea how they do that actually. Yeah, if any one of you is like a YouTube subscriber expert, hit me up. Jerry Robles, do you feel that the secret wallet button adds unnecessary bulk to your wallet? Yes, I kind of feel that way. My brother has the one with the button, and I find that it slows me down. Even if that's like a weird comment about the wallet. And secondly, yeah, it's like a small bump on the wallet. I mean, hold on. I mean, this is it without the button, and on the one with the button, it's not big. Obviously, it's not that bad, but I don't know. I prefer the one without the button. Have you tried Timbuktu bags? Any opinions? By Jose Antonio Diaz. My little brother used to have a Timbuktu bag, but that was like a couple of years back. And at that time I wasn't reviewing bags, but I really liked the bag. But I haven't tested the new ones. I only seen them online on their website, and yeah, I think they look pretty cool, but I haven't gotten around to really testing them. I would love to, maybe in the future. By Ramas Svarmi S, can you suggest some cheap beginner DSLRs? Yes, I would say always invest in good glass, because they don't fluctuate that much in price. They always have a good resale value. And then buy a used camera or a cheaper camera. Depending on your budget, I would go like the one that I'm using. It's a Sony Alpha 6300, and I would reckon that you can get that one rather cheap, because there is this 6500 already out, and probably a successor to that one will come out next year. So I would think that you could get that camera with the kit lens quite cheap on eBay used. Or you could go with the Alpha 6000, but that one isn't that good for video. Yeah, and the question would be, do you want to do video, or do you want stills, or do you want to do both? And I feel like that the Sony Alpha 6000 something series is a good middle ground for either stills or video. But if you want to go just video, then the GH, is it 3 or 4 series by Panasonic is also a really good idea for video. That's a micro four thirds camera. And if you want to go stills, then you can basically go with any DSLR, because they are almost all good. I was a Nikon user for a very long time, so you could go with the D7000, for instance. I used to have that one. That's a real old camera, but it is still good for stills. I think the successor is now the 7700, I think. Yeah, so basically I would always go like, take a look what's the actual camera model, and look for the model right before that, and try to find it used, and invest all the other money into a good lens. That would be my recommendation, because as I said, cameras nowadays are all good, and especially for stills, but decrease in value quite fast as soon as the new model is out. But lenses usually stay relatively stable with price. So invest in a used camera and buy some good glass. That would be my recommendation. Aaron, can you review the ATV Model 3? Those are headphones, and yes, I have them, and I have tested them. Those are Bluetooth headphones, and I have tested them because I usually, for some reason, I usually get some headaches or mild discomfort every time I'm using Bluetooth headphones. It doesn't matter which brand it is or what type of headphones, and I usually get some headaches after a while that I'm using Bluetooth headphones. And the Model 3 actually has all the Bluetooth tech outside, and you wrap it around your neck, so the Bluetooth tech is not right on your head, and that actually works a little bit better in terms that I can wear them a little bit longer before like getting a headache. And yes, I will. I think I will review them after having tested them now for a longer period of time. But for now, I can say they're pretty good. I mean, I don't get that many headaches over them, and the sound quality is good. The battery life is also good because the battery, compared to other Bluetooth headsets where everything is crammed on the earpiece, is actually that big, so it holds up pretty long. Overall, I can say that most of the advanced headphones are pretty good. Oh no. Owen, thanks for answering my question. You're very welcome. Nassim Laudi, what is your opinion on minimalism and good rants? I'm not sure what you mean by good rants, but my opinion on minimalism is I like the philosophy about minimalism and like having less stuff. Unfortunately, I'm not that good with it. When I was moving, or shortly before I was moving, I was like throwing away a lot of stuff in order to minimalize all the stuff that I'm having. And I'm trying to do that actually every year, or at least, no, my plan was actually to do it like every third month, but that didn't work out. So I'm trying to do it at least once a year, where I just go through all of my stuff and throw away what I don't need. For instance, before I was moving, I kept all the packaging of all my gear. And I know that some of you who are now watching now also keep all of their packaging, because I used to think, okay, that increases my resale value if I, like, for instance, sell my PlayStation and then have still a packaging. Unfortunately, that is such a mess. My whole storage room was full of boxes before I was moving, so I was just like, okay, throw away everything. Excuse me, I'm not sure if anyone, no. So I was throwing away all the boxes of all the cameras, my PlayStation, whatever. That's basically one of the very small steps that I took towards minimalism. Yeah, but I like the philosophy, and I would love to be more minimalistic about all the stuff that I'm having. One good tip about not minimalism, but the gear acquisition syndrome, which is basically consumerism at its best. When I want to buy, for instance, a new camera or a new whatever, I usually just put that thing into my shopping cart on Amazon or whatever, and then I tell myself, okay, I wait at least 1 week. And if I then still want to buy it, then I buy it. And usually after that 1 week, I look at my shopping cart and I find like 10 items that I can get rid of because I realized after the week that I don't want to buy it. As I said, that's not necessarily minimalism, but rather like about consumerism. All right. Oh, nothing. Brands and good brands. Good brands about minimalism. Not sure yet. Or is minimalism a brand? Did you mean the brand minimalism? I'm not sure. Oh, that's a brand. sorry about that. I didn't know minimalism is a brand. I need to Google them. I have no idea. Kevin also asked about minimalism. I don't know the brand. I need to Google that one. Sorry about that long rant about something completely off topic thing. By Fres, hi from Hamburg. Oh, there's another viewer from Hamburg. That's cool. Good to know. Hi back from Hamburg. From Kevin, The Burbs is the Tom Hanks movie. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Kevin, is that a Christmas movie or is it just around Christmas time? I'm not sure. By Mongo Junge, hi from Pattaya. I know who you are. By Klaas Magnusson. Any plans on testing bags and or backpacks from like Fjallraven, Haglofs and Sandquist? Yes and no. Yes, because I just don't understand what the hype is about Fjallraven. Are you saying, is that the right pronunciation? Fjallraven or Fjallraven? Because I just don't know what the deal is. Like in Hamburg, so many people, it might be hipster thing, so many people are actually wearing them, and I always wonder if that bag is really full. Those really thin straps, aren't they like hurting your shoulders? That's the reason why I would love to test one of those bags, but I don't want to test them because I feel like, and I said that in the last Q&A, I think, I don't want to review bags of such big brands as I feel like there are already so many reviews about them online. And furthermore, they are so readily available across the whole world. You can basically get, at least I think so, at least in Hamburg, you can get them almost anywhere. So I don't feel like the small amount of time that I have to review bags, I rather invest in brands that aren't that easily available and might be a little bit more interesting because there aren't that many reviews on them out there. But I might just go to a store and just check them out in the store maybe and do a Ismono Moments vlog about that. I might do that, maybe. By Snazzy Nas, hello folks. Hello Snazzy Nas. Prof Ing, in which part of Hamburg do you live? I'm not telling you where I'm living now, obviously, for privacy reasons, but I used to live in the Schanze for 11 years. No, my last apartment was 11 years, but all the apartments before that were also on the Neuer Pferdemarkt. I used to live at Neuer Pferdemarkt 12 years ago, and I used to live in the Osterstraße as well, which is of course Eimsbüttel, but then I lived a very, very long time in the Schanze, but it just gotten too loud for me, to be quite honest, and for the dogs, Schanze is not the best place because it's very loud and crowded and everything. So where I'm now living, it's easier for the dogs and easier for my ears, to be quite honest. Bertrand, sorry. Cheers, bro. Cheers to you too. Edward Plutch? Hi, I'm a big fan of your review style. Thank you very much. I'm wondering if you have any ideas of other types of products you could review apart from bags, wallets, etc. Have you thought about more outdoor gear? Yes, I would love to review more other stuff as well, which is actually one of the reasons why I always say my name and like my profession at the beginning of the videos to give me some leeway that I not end up being just a bag reviewer. I would love to review some more tech, but the tech world on YouTube is actually quite saturated and with a lot of good reviewers. I would love to do some more outdoor stuff as well, but I realized that my knowledge about outdoor stuff is very, very limited, or rather non-existent, which is why I started the Bowlearn Survival series, which unfortunately I had to pause due to weather, other projects, and lack of knowledge. But I hope I can do that next year, and I actually have a couple of friends who want to put me in a tent or whatever and put me outside and try to survive. Could be a good video. Let's see. I'm a little bit scared about that, to be honest. But other than that, yeah, the motorcycle world is also pretty interesting. I hope to do a couple of more reviews on that. Or not reviews, but rather take you along my journey in learning all that stuff, or learning new stuff. And camera gear would also be cool, but that's also pretty saturated. And I love the fact at the moment that this backpack space on YouTube is actually quite a niche, and there aren't that many reviewers that are doing it the way, at least the way that I do it. And also I would love to do some more travel stuff, but I haven't found a good idea on what to actually review. I mean, of course, everyone wants to be like Casey Neistat and do like first class review on Emirates or whatever, but that's like the dream, and I'm far from it. Yeah, but that's what I can think right off the top of my head at the moment, at least. Best Tavariel Sander. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, you said last time, call me Besta. Now I remember. Sorry about that. Do you have any recommendation on any packable backpack? Would love to have one, by the way. Yes. I received one a couple of weeks ago, and it's a backpack that actually folds up to this size. I forgot the name, and it's in one of the boxes that I have on over there. But I tried to think of it. But besides that, on my channel there is a review on that. I have reviewed so many bags, I currently forget all the names. It's this foldable shoulder bag, which is kind of like a tote sack, and I can still recommend that one. It's good for small day trips, and it folds up to almost nothing, and you can put it in almost any bag that you have. Snazzynath, are you familiar with the Lumix series? If so, what Lumix camera do you use? Well, yes, I am familiar with Lumix. Unfortunately, Lumix is also part of the Panasonic brand, and actually Lumix is actually quite broad in its description, because you the GH4 or GH5, excuse me, is also called Lumix. So, but I would assume you mean those small point-and-shoot Lumix cameras. If so, I haven't tested those. If you mean like the broader description of Lumix, then I would say the GH series is very, very good, especially if you want to film. Excuse me, I need to take a drink. Yeah, and if you consider Lumix in general, then I would say GH4 or 5. But in terms of point and shoots, I haven't tested any of them, unfortunately. But I haven't heard any bad things about them, to be honest. I'm not sure. Khalil Reyes, do you plan on reviewing budget bags or gear? No, I don't plan on doing reviews on budget bags, but not because I wouldn't recommend them, but rather if you have seen my upload schedule, at the moment I try to upload a video once a week, and to review a bag I also at least need 1 week, even more sometimes. That is why the time that I have is very limited, and I still have so many bags that I need and want to review, and therefore I don't have any time slots left to do a budget bag, to do a review on the budget bags. Yeah, because I just want to keep all those time slots, available time slots for the bags that might be a little bit more interesting. And furthermore, I think reviews on, let's say, more expensive bags are more important, because obviously if you buy expensive bags and that one is crap, then you have a bigger problem than if you buy like let's say a 20 euro backpack and that one isn't good. It wouldn't hurt that much. So that's also a reason why I rather stick to the more, what's a good word, a more premium backpacks, if you will. I hope that's a little bit understandable. The Valros 76, thanks mate, keep up the good work, and thanks for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it, to all of you. That's really cool. Donald, guten Abend. I'm here making breakfast. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Good morning, Donald. And also to you, Donald is also someone who has been on supporting the channel for quite a while. Thank you very much. Then my 1, 2, 3. Are you German? I assume so. It depends what your definition is on your citizenship or race, if you will. My parents are both from Indonesia, but I was born and raised in Germany, and I have a German passport, but only I am a German citizen since I think 2014, no, 12, I think. So before that I had an Indonesian passport. Okay. Donald, or is it hello now? Well, my high school German is shown. In Germany you say hello, while in the US and the UK you say hello with E, but in Hamburg you say moin. By res, how many brothers and sisters do you have? I only have one brother, and he is 9 years younger than I am. By Edward again, another question. Do you think Moli is actually useful or a gimmick, at least for the way you use bags? Yes and no. I think Gorog, as far as I can tell, Gorog is the only bag company that I have found that has Moli inside the bag. And inside the bag, it is actually very, very useful, as you can, for instance, in normal backpacks, if you put the pouches in, everything is at the bottom and stacks up to the top. With the Gorog, you can take the pouch and attach it to the Moli inside the bag, and that distributes all the weight a little bit better inside. On the outside, on the other hand, I usually don't attach any Moli pouches to the outside, but as it gets a little bit flimsy, I think, no matter how tight you actually pull the Moli. But the Moli on the outside is great for attaching bike lights, reflectors, and or like a U-lock for your bicycle. So for that, it's actually pretty good. Or on all my Moli on my bags, which is outside, I always attach a carabiner, which is great to attaching like a hat or something, or a water bottle, for instance. So it can be gimmicky, yes and no. By Nea Montiero, can you please recommend a good cheap day pack just for light carry? I haven't tested that many cheap backpacks, and it's a subjective thing what's cheap, but in terms of best bang for the buck, Eastpak is pretty good, as that's a rather big company and they have high volumes, therefore they can make the bags a little bit cheaper, but they're still pretty good in my opinion. And the very, very best bang for the buck, but still costs 100 euros, is the 511 Rush 12. It's a military bag, so you need to dig the look, but it has the same durability like the Gorog. It has lots of organizational compartments and could hold up a lifetime, but it has this military look and it is still 100 euros. If it's below 100 euros, then I think Eastpak is a really good choice. By Repub, Haibo from Japan. Hi Repub. And by the way, Japan is really, really high on my bucket list. One day I will definitely visit Japan. Merry Christmas from Ramas Varmi S. Merry Christmas to you too. Bei Du bist ja ganz geil, please come back to Pattaya. And I already know who that is, or I assume who that is. By User01, hey mate, I hope you're doing well. Will you collaborate with any other travel channels? I would love to. If you can recommend a travel channel who, a cool travel channel who actually knows me, and maybe I don't know that many travel channels. I know a lot of. By that I mean I'm subscribing to a couple of vloggers who travel a lot, but I would consider those vloggers and not in particular travel channels. Other channels that I know that are bag related or travel related are Pack Hacker, Chase Reeves, for instance, but specifically travel channels, I don't know that many, to be quite honest. by Giga Devats. Can you do a review of Tom Bin Synapse 19 and the recycled fighter battalion backpack? Tom Bin is on my wish list, but it's not very high on my wish list. Not because they're not good. I think, as far as I can tell from their website and other bag reviewers, I think Tom Bin seems to make really good bags that are very well thought out in terms of feature sets, but I'm not a big fan of their look because they kind of look a little bit touristy. I feel like if you wear that bag, you kind of stand out as a tourist for some reason, but that's just, I can't really tell you why I think that way, but it just kind of, to me, it looks that way. But I still would like to, I would still like to check them out, just for their great reputation on their features. And in terms of the recycled firefighter, that is very high on my list because I really dig the look, and it's a really good competitor to Gorog bags, and I hope I can get one in the future. By Donald, you should see my Amazon wishlist. Yeah, my wishlist on Amazon is very long, unfortunately. But as I said, if you keep it in the wishlist or in the shopping cart and you look at the item 1 week or 2 weeks later, at least I usually then can just take it off the wish list because I realize that I don't need it anymore. Kevin Ankin, The Burbs. I don't believe it's a Christmas movie. Yeah, then I was mistaken. I probably watched that movie during winter time, and that's why I associate it with Christmas. Oh, Minimalism isn't a brand. You were talking about concept. Oh, okay. There are folks called the Minimalists. Pack 1 is a bag they helped to release. Oh yes, I saw that video, but I wasn't sure if you were talking about them. Yeah, I saw that bag, and I saw a couple of videos about them, especially the one where he showed what he's all packing. And the bag concept looked pretty cool. I would love to check it out. The only thing that I probably wouldn't be able to do is to actually travel with just that one bag. I'm so far from being a one bag travel guy because it's I always travel with gear that takes away so much space in just a carry-on backpack, and B, all the liquids that I'm taking, I wear contact lenses, for instance, and the liquid, I always need 2 liquids for my contact lenses. One, to store them in, because I have hard contact lenses, and B, to put the contact lenses in my eyes. And those bottles aren't available in, I think in carry-on you're only allowed to take a bottle with 100 milliliters, right? And all of those bottles need to go into a 1 liter pouch. So those contact lens bottles, the smallest size that I could find was 150 milliliters. And if you have 2 of those, that takes so much space already of the 1 liter bag that I have really trouble to get my DOP kit to a carry-on allowed size. And that's also a reason why I haven't been able to do the one bag travel philosophy yet. I hope I can do it in the future. By 91 Far East. Hi from Malaysia. Hi to you too from Hamburg. How about more Freitag products? Freitag is a German brand. I think that they are in Berlin or in Hamburg. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not a big fan of Freitag. I really have lots of respect for what they have made with the bags, especially if consider that they are all recycled from how you call it in German. You have say LKW-Plane. It's the material trucks use for their lorry, and that's how they make the bags, as far as I know. And it's not like that I don't like them because they're bad, but I'm not really a fan of this material because it doesn't feel good to me. It is very durable and it is very rainproof. Yeah, but I'm not a big fan of the look. Furthermore, I think Freitag is the same with my reasoning for not reviewing Timbuktu bags or other big brands, because it is, at least in Germany, it is a big brand and it's more or less available at a lot of places, and I rather would invest the little time slots that I have for brands that aren't that big yet. Khalil Reis, can you talk about how it is like for foreigners to migrate to Germany? How are the living costs and other details? I'm not 100% sure how it is for foreigners to migrate or to Germany and to get a German passport, but because I graduated in German high school and I was born and raised in Germany, it was actually quite easy for me to get the German passport, as I have been living in Germany for such a long time and I have my graduation from Germany. As far as I know, if you aren't born in Germany, you have to do like this test, and I have no idea what they ask from you in that test, and they do a background check on you as well, and yeah, but I'm not too informed about all the details about migrating to Germany. Living costs, it really depends on the city. The prices of living fluctuate, if it's just the rent, fluctuate so much between cities. For instance, as far as I know, at the moment, Munich is the most expensive city to live in terms of rent. And I think Hamburg and Berlin are almost the same. For instance, my old apartment, which was right in the center of one of the most popular districts in Hamburg, which is the Schanze, I was living in a 3-room apartment with around, I think it was 68 square meters, and I paid 850 euros with, we say hot, which means heating costs. Yeah, rent plus heating costs were 850, but then you need to still pay water, electricity and stuff like that. But that was right in the center, and I heard that was rather cheap for my apartment, at least. Others pay a lot more, as far as I know. And I think a good measurement of prices in terms of food and drinks is always coffee. And for instance, a regular latte macchiato, if you buy it in a normal coffee shop, you pay around, I think, 3 euros, around 3 euros. And when I was visiting New York, I paid, I think, 1 euro more, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I hope that answers your question a little bit. By Kunonai, have you had any issues with your Poco 3? No. I still recommend the Poco 3. It's a great mechanical keyboard. And hold up a second. And I actually bought myself a couple of new keycaps to get the Avid Media Composer layout on here. Actually, this might look odd to many people. Actually, Avid, as far as I know, I mean, I'm an editor now for almost 10 years, almost. And as far as I remember, Avid was the only software that actually uses color-coded keys for all of your macros and stuff. And all these colors actually mean something, like in and out is yellow, in and out, mark the whole clip, delete the in, delete out, delete in and out, move. These are all, blue is all move buttons, like 1 frame forward, 1 frame backward, 10 frames backward, 10 frames forward. Yeah, and all those colors actually mean something. Of course you can remember all the buttons, but if you can't really type, it's actually quite good. Without looking, you can actually see from your peripherals which color you're pressing. Furthermore, if you don't have like, I haven't put LEDs in this one because I'm not good at soldering. So this actually also helps if you don't have that much light in the room and you can't see the buttons, which I had during my last job. Yeah, and I still can highly recommend the Poco 3 keyboard. It's a little bit heavy, of course, because this is aluminum, but it's great for traveling and editing, especially if you have been to so many editing suites and offices. Chances are pretty high that the keyboard that you're working on is pretty messy, so it is good to have your own keyboard and you know that it is clean. By Zoo, like to see you do anything on motorcycles for sure. Yeah, have you seen the review of my MT-07? And I will do a couple of more motorcycle related bags in the next riding season. I'm reviewing the Krieger backpack, and I'm going to get like how you call it, a saddle bag, or a bag that you can attach to the pillion seat. Yeah, and I will probably do a couple of more stuff on motorcycles, or just maybe I just do a Q&A brabbling around vlog style while I'm riding. Maybe something like that in the future. By Mongo Junge, could you do a review about my SAG 2? I'm not gonna answer that question because I know who that is. Zoo, review on your travels, motorcycle clubs or group riders. Do you mean like Hells Angels or motorcycle clubs in that regard, and group riders, or not quite sure if you actually mean that. By Daniel Handojo, what's the most functional camera bag in your opinion? I haven't used that many camera bags lately because, as I said, like in the question about the Pelican case, I think Pelican cases or camera bags just draw too much attention to themselves. That's why I prefer using normal backpacks or normal bags and using cubes for all the equipment, and just put the cubes inside the normal backpack. That way people usually don't know that you are carrying expensive stuff. But I have used a Think Tank Streetwalker HD for a very long time, and Think Tank has a great design on bags and lots of good features. So I'm not sure if they're still that good, but I only have heard about them good things, and I have used, it's still holding up quite well. So I would recommend the Think Tank if you go for a regular camera bag. Um, Kevin, is the Packable backpack from Matador? No, unfortunately not. It's a new brand. If it wouldn't be in one of those big boxes, I would just take it out, but it's not from Matador. Matador is also on my wish list, and I've seen that packable backpack, and I would love to test it out. JDS, what I am for? Do you wear a hat every day? No, I usually don't, but since I have short hair and it's getting very cold in Hamburg, it's so funny. When I had longer hair, I didn't realize it wasn't actually. Every time someone with short hair or with a bald head tells me it's really cold on his head, I actually wasn't believing them, because I always thought, hey, I have long hair up until here, but it's not that much more. And as soon as I had shorter hair, I realized how incredibly cold it is on your head when you have short hair. So as it's winter right now, I'm usually, when I'm going out with the dogs or just for a walk, I always wear like a hat, because it's just way too cold. Furthermore, since I'm riding a motorcycle, yeah, I'm just, why? Okay, sorry about that. For some reason, the stream went offline for just for a couple of seconds. Yeah, hope you're all still there. Let me just see. 540. 540. Okay, so yeah, that was a question about the hat. Javid, again, what's under your hat? It's just short hair. I was I was just cutting my hair yesterday. By Juan. What was no, by Tyler. Have you seen the new version of the North Face Access Pack? I've heard about it, but I haven't seen it yet. Someone told me that they actually improved the bag, but I haven't seen it yet. By Edward, what about the mini-series on travel tips? Things like getting through airports quickly, how to survive, long-haul flights, products and gadgets that you used to do. Have you seen my Traveling with Bo series? Yesterday, or 2 days before on Wednesday, I actually uploaded my top 5 travel tips, which actually is just like a summary of most of the tips that I do have said in the Traveling with Bo series. So check out the Traveling with Bo series. There I have 2 seasons of those, but I want to do more of those as well. By Zoo, what watch are you wearing? At the moment I'm wearing the Steinhardt Ocean One Titanium 500, and I have the Seiko Nano Monster, and on the right hand this is the Fitbit Charge 2. And you're probably asking, will ask, I prefer automatic watches over like a smartwatch, because I just like the idea of having such a delicate mechanical thing on your wrist. It's kind of, I think as a tech guy that's kind of cool. By AB, what is this channel about? It is basically, it started with a lot of bag reviews, but now I'm also venturing more into the travel aspects, but also I do reviews about tech from time to time, and yeah, do some travel stuff, backpacks, bags. And also I started the series Ismono Moments, which is supposed to be a little bit like a vlog, but I grab topics that interested me at that particular moment and wrap it around a vlog style video, if you will. Mr. Powell, I will translate it right on the fly. Do you plan on making videos in German? No, I actually don't plan to do videos in German because, as far as I can tell from my analytics, most of my viewers are either from the US or from Asia. So, and I don't want to alienate all those viewers, obviously. So that's the reason why I will continue doing them in English. And further, it helps me to practice speaking English, of course. By Transoid, pew pew pew. AB, is he reading the chat? Yes, I am reading the chat, but it's going. I try to answer all of the questions, so I'm a little bit behind. So you asked that question at 5:50, and now it's 10 past 6. So sorry, it all takes a little bit. By Mongo Junge, you are a massive star here in Bangladesh. I would assume that you're not from Bangladesh. By Javed, how did you lose all that weight? What's your secret? I think I didn't lose that much weight, I think. By Edward, have you heard of the M24 bags from the UK? They are durable and made of recycled truck tarpaulin. That's the word I was looking for Freitag. Freitag is also made out of truck tarpaulin. And no, I haven't heard of them. As I said with Freitag, I don't really like the material of truck tarpaulin. But I will Google them. Maybe I like them. Donald, do you have slow time, i.e. times of the year when work slows down? Mine is typical January, February and part of March. Yeah, in Germany that's actually, for me as a freelance editor, it's actually also January through mid-March. It's actually quite slow in terms of work, but I don't mind because that's usually the time I can do most of the other stuff like YouTube videos or gaming, for instance. I don't mind that much. And as a freelancer, I've learned that I always work, I consider all the work that I do for all of the year, like everything that I earn is supposed to be for the whole year. So I have always like some cash back up for those months, because I already anticipate that January and February are going to be slow months. By Samtuang 200, can you do a review of Dispatch, Ruckpack and Travel Pack? I want to. I really want to do a review on Dispatch, but it's on my wish list, but I haven't had the chance to get one yet, unfortunately. But I hope I can get one in the next year. By Giga, you like a Patalio 90 or 22 liter? I don't know which bag that is, unfortunately, so I can't answer that question. By Dipri, hi Bo, apa kabar? I'm good. Apa kabar is how are you in Indonesian? I'm looking for a new backpack. Which one do you prefer? The Wanderer Provoke 21 or the Life Behind Bars Peloton Asphalt? I'm a motion graph designer, by the way, so I bring my gadgets everywhere. Thanks. That's a difficult question for me to answer because I haven't had the chance to see the Wanderer Provoke in person. But from what I have heard, the Wanderer is supposed to be a pretty good bag, and looking at all the features, it is also very good. I'm not sure how the price is on the Wanderer, but I suppose it is more expensive than the Peloton Asphalt. Furthermore, also as far as I know, it was a Kickstarter, so I'm not sure if you can actually get it at the moment. But the Peloton Asphalt is available at the moment, as far as I know, from an Instagram post that Life Behind Bars posted a couple of weeks back. So at the moment, I would say go for the Peloton Asphalt, as you can't go wrong with that one. But as I haven't tested the Provoke 21, I can't really compare those two, unfortunately. That was a couple of spam. How to make cake? I have no idea how to make cake, unfortunately. By Kevin. By Kevin. Take care, Bo. Happy holidays. You can always email me and tell me I won the giveaway. Yeah, if I do a giveaway, I will email the winner, of course. By Guy 1992. What's your favorite backpack for motorcycle riding? I only have tested 2 motorcycle backpacks that are specifically for motorbike riding, and those were the Velomachi Rolltop and the Krieger R20. And at the moment I prefer the Velomachi Rolltop because of a couple of features that are a little bit better, but in terms of comfort, the Krieger is a little bit better. Other bags that are good for motorbike riding are actually the Rehose bag. Is actually pretty cool because due to the Moli you can attach a couple of reflectors or some bike lights and add to the safety of you whilst riding. Yeah, but if it's just a specific motorcycle riding backpack, then I think the Velomachi Rolltop backpack, albeit it's very expensive, it's a really good backpack. By Operations License Dice, hi to you too. And has anyone ever told you that you look like Bernard from Everyday Carry by Sam Truong 200? I know Everyday Carry, but I don't know what Bernard is looking like, unfortunately. But no one has told me yet. By Giga, the Battalion Recycled Firefighter. What was it? Do you like the 19 or 22 Battalion Firefighter? I haven't, as I said, I haven't tested any firefighters yet, but it depends. I usually say that 20 liters is my perfect size for everyday carry backpack. If the 19 liter Battalion fits a 15-inch MacBook Pro, I would prefer the 19 liter. If only the 22 liter fits the MacBook Pro 15-inch, then I would go with the 22, obviously. And I think those 2 liters more aren't that bad. So I would go with 22, depending on the laptop compartment. By Kuya Brad, hey Bo, can you do a review on any dispatch bags? I said, yeah, I want to. I always say that it's high on my wish list, but I haven't had the chance yet. Hopefully next year. By Oscar, hey Bo, just wanted to say hi. Hi, Oscar. By Bruce, Bruce Johnson, being a bag lover, I really enjoy your vids and just your overall style. Keep them coming. Thank you very much. I really appreciate the support of everyone who's watching and who's here. And the whole support. Thank you very much. By Bruce again. My friends like to give me a hard time about all my bags, and it's good to know there are fellow bag lovers in the world. Yeah, I know. I know many people give me a hard time about all the bags and all the packing and all the cubes and stuff that I use. But in the end, I'm still surprised that so many people are actually also into bags, and there are already 31,000 subscribers. And let's see where it goes from here. I hope I can hit at least the 50,000 mark in a couple of months. Saludos by Angel Pacquiao. Saludos to you too. I don't speak Spanish, unfortunately. By 91 Far East. Have to call it a night. It's 1 a.m. here in Malaysia. Good night and love the live stream. Good night to you too. Thanks for sticking to the live stream for such a long time. And I will also stop the live stream now. It has been almost 1 hour and 30 minutes, and I really thank you all for joining the live stream, and I hope I was able to answer all of the questions. Yeah, and I will do a live stream pretty soon as well. Maybe next week. Maybe I'll do another live stream next week. Maybe we can find some more topics that we can all talk about. By the way, a new review will be on next week, Wednesday, about the Drake Lecht. And also a new videos in the work about the Datum Tracknose bag. It's currently in the works. Yeah, thank you very much for joining the live stream, and I hope you will be there next time as well. And I probably don't need that you need to subscribe to the channel, because if you are here on the live stream, you probably already subscribed. But for everyone else who watches the live stream afterwards, please feel free to subscribe to my channel and click the little bell icon so you will see the next live stream and the next videos. Thank you very much. Oh, and have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Totally forgot about that. Merry Christmas to you all.